How are you finding hope at the moment? Is it coming easily or a little harder to find? I'm finding it in the quieter moments of the day at home. I'm able to hear the little messages of hope that pop up in nature and in music. And that's how I heard that last piece of music by George Michael. And it really struck me as very comforting and hopeful. What if God really does love us like that? That she wants us to know every single time, you can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you always. So we can find hope in unconditional love and in our community and almost anywhere we look for it. But there are tough times and moments of sadness and fear that are so natural and understandable. I'd like to sit with you and be with you now in all those feelings. The past week has brought many uncertain changes to our lives, and I hope we can be gentle with ourselves and with others as we go forward. The last time that I was actually in our chapel, in the actual sanctuary, all was quiet, and there was an intensity of feeling in the air, as if all the hundreds of years of prayer and song and kindness and love had come to the surface and intensified with a message to say, this is how it has to be now. Quiet and calm, but buzzing with love. And it will stay like that until we are back in the pews. There has been enough energy in that building to last a really long time. And we'll bring it in with us when we come back too, because chapel really is wherever you are. Our beloved community is founded in loving kindness, and this we will keep in our hearts for as long as our physical distance is required. I hope, like the children in our story earlier, that you have found time to laugh, even in this very unusual time we are experiencing. I've been giggling away at the many ministers and vicars around the world adapting to live streaming their services. One vicar managed to set fire to his jumper during the first service that he did, but don't worry, he was unharmed. And others who had accidentally set their phones to have funny filters on, so they were delivering their service with 3D hats or googly eyes or sparkles, totally unaware. There have been some light-hearted moments. Perhaps you're one of the people clapping on Thursday evening in support of the NHS and the key workers. We have a lot to be thankful for. They are such dedicated and selfless people. And I do pray that they will have the full force of support from the government too, to back up our clapping and gratitude. I think it was equally uplifting for the people taking part to hear their neighbours and to know that they are in solidarity with much of the country at that moment. People broke out in applause or took their instruments out into the streets. We are seeing these moments where we feel our common humanity, maybe more so now than ever for some of us. I started by asking how you are finding hope. Maybe in all the little things, the simple gestures like applause, a phone call, an act of kindness. I'll finish with these words by Václav Havel. Hope is a state of mind, not a state of the world. Either we have hope within us or we don't. Hope is not a prognostication. It's an orientation of the spirit. You can't delegate that to anyone else. Hope, in this deep and powerful sense, is not the same as joy when things are going well, or the willingness to invest in enterprises that are obviously headed for success, but rather an ability to work for something to succeed. Hope is definitely not the same as optimism. It's not the conviction that something will turn out well. It is hope, above all, that gives us the strength to live and to continually try new things, even in conditions that seem hopeless. In the face of this absurdity, life is too precious a thing to permit its devaluation by living pointlessly, emptily, without love, and finally without hope. Life is too precious. Amen.